greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very impressed by the changes that you continue to make there on Earth, as we see you going further and deeper into an age of enlightenment. We know that a DOES and always look that way to those of you who are paying attention to what's going on outside of your little circle and yourself. But the changes are messy at first. There is an adjustment period that needs to be made. Sometimes you overcorrect, and there is even greater backlash to the overcorrection. But as a society, you are becoming more sensitive, and that a good thing. This is a progress report for all of you, and it is one that every single human needs to receive. Those of you who receive it will anchor it, and for the rest, the changes that are upon you right now are about being more inclusive, more integrative, and they are about giving more individuals a voice. Everyone needs to be represented in society, and everyone needs to not only feel heard but also be heard, because everyone needs to be willing to look at themselves and feel emotions that get triggered within them. You are making tremendous strides every time you allow someone from a group who traditionally DOES and have a voice to speak. People are very different there on planet Earth, and that is how it is supposed to be. Sameness causes less expansion, and Source wants expansion. Source created everyone to be as they are, and when people feel free to be who they are and express themselves as they are, Source is the beneficiary. It is good for all of you, no matter who you are, no matter what you believe, to be exposed to everything and everyone. You are not there to build an ivory tower and then hide away in it. Even if you are going to meditate in that ivory tower, the differences between you and your beliefs and everyone else and theirs cause you to grow. Acceptance is the first step, and it is a very important step because everyone will get to that point where they go beyond acceptance, but they cannot leap from where they are to where they are ultimately headed. Therefore, accept everything in your life as it is, accept everyone on Earth as they are, and accept that you chose all of the challenges because you knew they were the perfect ones to get you to align with Source, to get you to return home to Source, and ultimately to get you to become Source once again in every imaginable way. As we said, this is a positive progress report because we see you all inching closer in every day and in every move, closer to Source, closer to that home base. And you are taking your bodies with you. You do not have to die to go home anymore. You are there to bring heaven to earth, and that's what we see you all doing right now. We are very pleased to see so many of you growing and expanding more consciously and deliberately, because of your status as being awake. You have all been taking in so much more energy consciously as well, because you are aware that energies are available to you. You have been anchoring in so much more for the human collective of which you are a part, because you are more likely now to take the time to do so. There are times when you cannot help but open up and anchor in higher frequency energies, and certainly those who are unaware of their presence are still acting as conduits from time to time. But the more time you set aside to do so, the better. Your lives get better, and the people around you feel better around you. You see a different world reflected back to you because you are giving your attention to something that is truly happening all day, every day. You are being given more high-frequency energy to play with because you have shown an ability to handle it and to use it for the purposes of adding something very wonderful to the collective of which you are a part. Now, those who are not receiving any of these high-frequency energies because they never get into a place of joy or relaxation, they are giving you more opportunities to anchor in those energies for them. So you get to experience more of the high-frequency energies running through you as a result of the fact that you are still surrounded by so many who do not understand that these energies and would not know what to do even if they did suddenly believe that higher frequency energies existed and were being given to them at all times. This is the best part of being a member of the Awakened Collective. You are not doing more than your fair share. You are getting more of what is wonderful and available to all. But again, not everyone will get into that state they need to get into to let those energies come to them and run through them. There is so much more coming, And the reason that we always remain positive about the direction you are all headed in is because those of you who are awake continue to open up more and more to what is available to you and to everyone else. And as you anchor in more light and love, and your lives get better and better, you will also be connecting to one another and connecting to higher vibrational ET beings, as well as those in the non-physical. This is a very powerful time for all of you to acknowledge yourselves and the work you are doing, but it is also a time for you to expect more, to believe that all the work that you have done will pay off for you, because it will and it already is. And we can see so much more coming for all of humanity, and those of you who are awake get to experience it first. Because of how where you are. We are watching and waiting to see how humanity reacts to each and every occurrence there on planet Earth. We know that everything now is about inching you forward to your inevitable ascension, and we also know that there are many paths to raising one consciousness. It does and have to happen through pain and suffering, but when a person is paying attention, oftentimes that then becomes the choice on a subconscious level. No one consciously says that they want more pain and suffering to come in their lives, but it happens, and it happens frequently there on Earth. And even though it always serves a purpose, you can ascend just as quickly and easily by following your joy. You can pay closer attention to what is going on inside of you and in your lives, and you can move more appropriately to the higher realms by continuously choosing love. This is the way for all of you, no matter what the circumstances are that you are facing. Ask yourselves the question of, can I be love in the face of this? And if you truly feel that you cannot, then ask yourselves the question of, hi? Perhaps you will need to move through some negative emotions before you get to the place of love within you, the love that is always there, always available to you, and that is okay. You are meant to feel everything that there is to feel there on Earth. Therefore, as long as you know that the ultimate goal is to get to that place of love within you, go right ahead and let your anger be. Let whatever negative emotion comes up for you be exactly what it is. You don't have to change it. You don't have to transmute it. You are transmuting yourselves. And one of the ways you do that is through accepting everything as it is and being love in the face of everything as it is. Just because you feel some anger, some sadness, some fear, or even some hate does and mean that you are devolving. It does and mean that you are going in the wrong direction or becoming any of those things. It just means you are having a temporary experience of yourself as something other than love. And you knew you would before you incarnated on Earth. You knew everything would be on the table for you to feel, and that it would serve you to feel everything that the Earth experience has to offer. Therefore, you may need to remind yourselves from time to time that no matter what comes up in your lives, the ultimate goal is always to be love. And if you can make peace with the fact that the path to getting there often does have a lot of unwanted, not so good feeling emotions on it, then you will get there more quickly. Now, many of you wonder what your purpose is there on Earth. You want a mission for your lives. Get to that place where you are feeling love in the face of everything that is coming up for you, and you will be in service to others. Others need to see an example so that they have something to follow. They need for those of you who are light workers to pave the way. You are there as awakened souls because you wanted to do it first and then show others. Many of you who are awake are also teachers and leaders. You are guides. And when you light the path that you are on with love, everyone else, no matter where they are right now, can and will eventually follow. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you.